What's up everyone, I am JFDin and this is Steam on a Budget, where we'll select a game on the Steam Popular New Release section, play it and evaluate it according to its playability, the amount of money invested in it, the total playable time, and how worth it was afterwards. For this, we are following this article on Lifehack that stipulates how much is your time really worth. Today, game is... Yomawari is a top-down adventure horror game developed by Nippon Ichi Software and published by NIS America. It was released on the West on the 25th of October of 2016, but it was actually released on the 29th of October of 2015 for the PlayStation Vita in Japanese. Finally, we can appreciate this game. You play as this cute little girl that is in the search of her elder sister and also her dog called Pearl. At the beginning of the game, a fateful event happens which leads the protagonist to go home alone. Upon its arrival, the elder sister questions where is Pearl at, but the little sister can't answer that question. For that reason, the elder sister goes out in search of Pearl. As a protagonist, soon you realize that your elder sister is taking too long to come back, and you decide to search for her. When you finally meet her, she takes you to a hiding spot and orders that you don't open your eyes until the fuss is over. When you finally get out of the bush, you notice that she is gone, so you begin to search for her as well as for the dog. The game is pretty simple in this regard, but it gets pretty deep as we get into it, because this is not only the story about the protagonist's quest, but also because it's her discovery of the mortality of all living beings. I think this is the main point of the game, and the one that really got me. Usually, I don't expect games on which you can control a child to hit you as hard as this game. They don't usually care about the whole perspective of being an infant. They tend to focus on the fragility of the young one, and that suffices for them. So, you are actually thrown in a world with a lot of hazards and you're incapable to fight them yourself, making you use your wits to get through the game. In this game, you can actually see the little child's innocence, especially when you're reading her comments about the stuff she picks up and when the chapter ends, because this is the moment she writes in her diary what's on her mind. It's a simple and nice touch to the game that really makes you connect with the girl's pain and fear. She doesn't understand what's happening, but she keeps going forward because she is determined to save the ones that she loves. At the same time that we look for the dear ones that she can't seem to find, at the background of almost, if not every, chapter you play, there's another story to witness. You can pick up a lot of items that give some information about what happened in that place, and sometimes you can read some things that are written in walls, flyers and green boards that are scattered throughout the city. The gameplay is pretty simple. You receive a flashlight at the start of the game and you have to avoid the spirits and monsters that surround you. You can avoid them while tiptoeing, running or hiding. The hiding spots are positioned throughout the city, some of them specially for certain events. I think that the most important way of getting out of sticky situations is running. When you're not in danger, you can run for miles and it's really good to get faster to some areas. But if you're in danger, your heartbeat goes up and you can't run as much, so you'll likely get caught by the monster or ghost that is after you. It's important to keep in mind that you can't see some of the enemies without your flashlight, so you need to be really careful. This makes the gameplay more difficult, of course, because you don't want to be near the monsters, but sometimes they really want a hug and you can't avoid it. What that means is, you die constantly until you learn how to play around it. It's all about learning what the enemy does and how you can avoid him. For example, you can find some ghosts that are blind, so you can't run near them because they will finally notice you. If you tiptoe next to them, nothing will happen to you. There are these spirits that look like they were drawn by a kid that only moves when you give your back to them, and this big belly guy is going to kill you anyway if it notices you. If you're going to die that much, there must be something to make you respawn at least closer to where you were, right? Yes, the game has save points in the form of Jesus statues, which are really great because you can even use them for teleporting between them. For you to save though, you have to use a coin. There are some items that you can find throughout your adventure, like pebbles, but I didn't really make use of them. Some of them were needed in certain parts of the chapter, so they didn't go to waste at least. There are also collectibles, which you can find throughout the town. They can be found lying on the ground, or maybe you have to finish an event to gain access to it. In both of these situations, you have to actually continue the story to get to a new area, and then you'll be able to find this. At the end of the game, the free roam will be available, and you can walk around the city looking for the stuff you didn't get the first time. I will sum up the gameplay in relation to its sounds for you. You'll basically hear the ambient sounds, like some sounds that you usually hear in the woods, and your footsteps. Usually, there is no music to join this, and you just hear nothing. There's just silence. When you're near some enemy, your heart will start to beat, and you usually get desperate. If you get near enough, you'll hear the sounds the monster or the ghost makes, and you'll have a heart attack. In a serious note though, this makes the game even more interesting. It's not like the game has no music, but it's restricted to certain moments, and it makes the game even more immersive. All in all, this game is the correct mixture of cute and creepy things, not like Spore obviously. I think this game excels specifically in terms of story. The gameplay is not really something new, because we have the likes of Rule of Rose and Amnesia, but it has its own identity with the heartbeat and the use of the flashlight. But the story, oh my, the story. I talked about it for a while in the back, but I really have to praise it. The fact that the game really makes you feel defenseless and highlights the girl's innocence towards the whole situation makes it adorable and at the same time dramatic. Mortality is something that all the living things have to live with, but its realization may come sooner or later, depending on the situations that the person goes through. Considering that the game costs $20 and that I finished in approximately 5 hours, I can say that this game is actually worth its price. Even more because I didn't get all the collectibles, which will take at least 1 or 2 hours to get them. For me, the game is definitely worth it. So if you guys have the opportunity to play it, go ahead, even if you have to wait for its sale. That's it for today guys, I hope you all enjoyed. If you liked this video, please hit that like button below and feel free to leave a comment whether it is about other horror games or if it's about Yomawari itself. Also, check out some of our content in the channel, and if you really liked us, hit that subscriber button to join us in the days to come. Thanks for watching.